Welcome to the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Unfiltered laughs, honest conversations, and everything in between.
This is your backstage pass to the best moments from Ryder and Lisa.
On demand.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.
Fall Out Boy has one of their guitar players who's undergoing hand surgery. And I just thought how much that must suck for a guitar player.
Dang.
So I thought maybe we could talk about this. Have you ever had a specific injury that really affected you personally?
And your job?
And yeah, maybe your career.
Or your hobby?
Sure, like maybe you're a foot model and you got toe fungus.
Oh, no.
For example, right?
That can happen.
A lead guitarist needing hand surgery's got to be up there.
It's not ideal.
So what is a super specific ailment, injury, challenge that you had based on what you're into or what you do?
And maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was your partner, and you're like, oh, great. You're not working? I got to take care of you now?
Yeah. Maybe she was a dancer, an evening dancer, and she got gassy anytime she did the downward-facing dog on stage.
Yeah, that'll ruin a routine.
That sure does. Been there. We are thinking about Tom, I think his name is. I guess I should know his name if we're thinking about him. Yes. No, it's Joe, another 3-letter name. We're thinking of Joe, Fall Out Boy's founding guitarist that will have to take a hiatus from the band's current tour to undergo hand surgery. Mm-hmm. We're just saying how unfortunate that is, that it's his hand that needs repair when he's a guitarist.
Yeah, Steven Tyler, his throat injury.
There's another great example.
He was up on stage, though, sending love to Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. It was a 9-hour-long concert.
Yeah, he kicked it off, if I'm not mistaken.
They're calling him the vocalist of the night. I'm like, wait a minute.
Really?
So all that rest did him good. Anyway, we're asking you about an injury that you had that really ruined your daily routine, whether it's your job, your hobby, a sport you play. So hit us up. PL wrote in, I was a police officer and I lost my leg. By the way, PL stands for peg leg. We did not give him that nickname. That's what he told us to call him.
Is PL, yeah.
Is PL. So yeah, that'll do some damage on your daily shift.
Yeah, for sure. Brandy says, I developed adult allergies and had to sell my horse.
No.
That would be frustrating,
That's so sad because you build such a connection with them.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe they were a jerk.
Maybe she was like, how am I going to keep paying for this horse?
Yeah, it's a very expensive hobby.
Maybe I'll just sell it.
I think I have an allergy. Haxby wrote in, I had gout when I played semi-pro soccer. Yeah, okay. What is gout? So gout, your feet flame up?
No, it's not just feet.
Get inflamed?
I just found out yesterday, I was talking to a guy and his buddy got gout in the elbow.
So what is it? It's just inflammation.
Yeah, it's like crystallization of...
Super painful.
I think it's kind of like, I may be wrong, kidney stones in other areas.
Ooh, that sounds terrible.
It's a calcium buildup or something, and it's just one of the most painful things you can go through. It just feels like you're stepping on razor blades if it's in the feet.
No.
Yeah, it's like a nerve thing, too. I don't know. Doesn't sound fun at all. And everybody I know that gets it drinks a lot of beer. Is that what causes it? I think it's poor diet and a lot of beer. I don't know if it's the yeast or what causes it. Or dehydration. I guess. Oh, wait, no, that's how you get kidney stones? Wow, we sound like we know our science. How about the next time we talk about this? Bill! The next time we talk about this, we should plan it first. Yeah, we should think about it before we open our mouths. That'd be really smart. Roger wrote in, tendonitis in both elbows as a scaffolder. No. That ain't going to work. What do you got for us?
About 20 years ago, I fell off my bike and sprained my wrist. And my favorite hobby is building models, so that made it virtually impossible.
No.
You need 2 working hands for that one.
Indeed you would. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate that. Yep. So that's what we're asking you. An injury that you had that really messed up your ability to work or do a hobby. Remember when I had whooping cough and I couldn't laugh without breaking into a near-death experience? Yeah, you would go into, you'd be unable to breathe for 10 minutes straight. It was so scary to watch. Good thing I'm not surrounded by anybody funny at work. Get it? So we were doing a show together then?
Yeah, I think everybody got it. Thanks.
A new trend gaining a lot of popularity for people with online dating accounts. They're hiring a professional photographer to shoot profile pictures for them.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's actually a photographer I heard interviewed here in town that said that's what she's getting hired most for now.
This is brilliant because there are so many eligible single people out there that just don't know how to take a selfie. Remember when I was offering my services to listeners, I said, I will punch up your dating profile.
Yeah.
We had a guy write in that he got so many dates after that. And before, crickets.
There you go.
So it's good to have help.
Yeah. And I also thought of a really good system if you're single and looking. Get a camera and take a photography class and then start offering.
No, that's creepy.
No, it's not. What if you connect with somebody? They're there to get pictures done for.
You're not getting
Online
into photography with the thought of getting with someone.
I never said getting with somebody.
What do you mean then?
But I did kind of mean that.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, but if you're single and looking for a connection.
No, you get into photography because you have the itch to take pictures.
You get to speed date a bunch of people that are single and looking and committed to finding love enough to go and get their photos taken.
Oh, sorry. I thought you just meant being a photographer in general, not taking pictures of people that are on the market. Sorry. I apologize.
Well, thanks for hearing me out then.
I just apologized.
Finally.
And that's hard for me.
If this was a date, it would be going horribly.
There's a really cute trend that's happening. We posted about this on our Facebook page and it blew up, went viral. Everyone was sharing it, tagging loved ones in the comments. We got to do this. We got to try this. And there are several ways to do it. So people are celebrating their kid's birthday by lining up. They have their favorite stuffed animals or toys sitting outside their bedroom with helium balloons on a string attached to each of them. Some of them are wearing party hats. And that's the first thing that the kids see when they wake up on their birthday morning.
It's really cute.
Isn't that adorable?
Well, and especially, let's say they really like their Winnie the Pooh bear, for example. It would be awesome if you went and got all of the other characters from the show and surprised them with...
Those were gifts.
That, yeah.
Yeah. But we're also seeing videos of people doing this with kids that are graduating high school or turning 18.
And it's like their favorite toys from when they were a kid?
From when they were a kid.
Awesome.
And they have the same thing, the same setup where it's them being like, we're so happy that we got to be there as you grew up, help raise you. I'm crying watching these videos. They're so emotional.
All of my favorite toys would be like Thundercats with the arm broken off.
Yeah, mine were like dollar store Barbies. They didn't have heads.
That is really sweet. And a reminder, if you do have littles, when they're kind of done with their favorite toy, put it away somewhere.
Yeah, don't sell it.
Rather than just getting rid of it. Because I'm looking back now and I didn't keep enough of the stuff from my kids' childhood.
She's got her Mama Bear and Papa Bear, though.
Yeah.
Which were from Build-A-Bear, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And then she would take the mom. She keeps the mom bear at your house.
Yeah.
And the dad bear at her mom's, which is a really smart idea, too. If you have different homes for your parents, you don't feel like they're as distant when you got your bear.
We recorded the voice thing in too, saying goodnight to them.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Or to her.
Didn't she wash yours, though, and it kind of sounds distorted now?
Now I sound like the devil. Good night, Good night, honey. So the Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne farewell concert was pretty damn awesome by the look of it.
9 hours of legends.
Some heavy hitters, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to think if there's ever a concert I've been more jealous that I didn't go to ever. And I don't know if there is one.
Yeah, it sounds like an epic time.
Did you see that? Oh, what's his name? Aquaman.
Oh, Jason Momoa. Yeah, he was in the mosh pit.
In the mosh pit, just living.
It looked scary. It looked like people weren't able to breathe. And those kind of mosh pits are terrifying to me. I'd have a panic attack.
No, it wasn't that bad.
It was,
No,
Ryder.
it's a bunch of 45-year-olds that are bumping into each other a bit. No, like
that can be dangerous, especially if it's Jason Momoa. He would suffocate you.
He would take up a lot of room there. But no, check this out. They also raised a whole bunch of money. $200 million.
What?
That show did. Tom Morello, the music director of the event, announced that over $190 million will benefit houses and hospitals for children.
Good work.
It's going to be shared among the Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acorn Children's Hospice. Yeah, $200 million raised.
That's the best. I love that.
And just an absolute, legendary rock show.
I saw Kelly Osbourne, her boyfriend proposed to her backstage after the show, too, in front of Sharon and Ozzy. That's kind of a cool moment, too.
Yeah.
To be, sending off Ozzy's singing career in Black Sabbath, and then...
I saw that as well. It's too bad that they didn't have a nicer backstage area.
Yeah, it was...
Looked a little budget.
I guess in that moment you don't care because you're multi-millionaires. So maybe that makes it even more badass.
Yeah. What is a great animal story you've heard recently?
Oh, I just watched one on Instagram. Our friend Sheena, her mom passed away back in 2021, and yesterday it would have been her mom's 65th birthday. So she went to her grave.
Okay.
And she brought a cupcake and a candle. And as she placed down the cupcake, lit the candle, after she said, happy birthday, Mom, miss you, the candle, blew out from the wind, and a squirrel came up and started eating the cupcake. And so she posted this amazing video of it, and usually a squirrel wouldn't come that close to a human, or her mom's spirit was there, or in the I don't know. You believe what you believe. It was just a really cool video of this squirrel on the gravestone eating this cupcake.
What flavor was the cupcake?
It was vanilla icing.
Okay,
it looked like.
Good.
Why?
Well, just chocolate's not good for dogs. I could imagine if it was a chocolate cupcake, the squirrel's not feeling great
Imagine
today.
how amazing the squirrel would feel if it was a peanut butter
cupcake.
They love their
just
nuts.
Absolutely thriving. It's a really cute story.
Yeah, I thought it was adorable. So that's my latest animal story that I came across. What about you?
I've got one coming up in a few minutes about a chihuahua who saved its owner's life.
A chihuahua did?
Yeah, and it's really awesome. Stay with us. Asking you if you've ever had a really cool animal story. The reason we bring this up is rescuers are praising a chihuahua for helping them save their owner's life. He was hiking and fallen into a crevice on the Fee Glacier in southern Switzerland.
And brought his chihuahua with him?
He was hiking with his chihuahua, yeah. And he had plummeted approximately 26 feet after breaking through a snow bridge.
No.
He had a walkie-talkie, so he managed to contact somebody nearby who alerted emergency services, but they couldn't find this guy until the chihuahua managed to hike up from where they had fallen. He couldn't do it, but the chihuahua was able to just slowly climb their way out. And because of that, they found the chihuahua, and then he led them to his owner who was trapped, and they saved this guy's life.
I hope they gave that chihuahua some Taco Bell after as a celebration.
Sure.
So this happened a couple of months ago. We were in the trailer, and all of a sudden Ellie went into the bedroom, and she would not come out. And she never goes in my bedroom, never. And just a few moments later, I got a text message from my landlord saying there was a cougar in the area.
Ellie knew.
She did. She did.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty crazy thing, because you would maybe go outside to grab something, and then all of a sudden you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. But
it's like Ellie, the dog, was like, get in here and close the door.
Yeah.
It's time to stay safe.
Do you remember we got a call years ago from Jillian, was her name, if I'm not mistaken, about a cougar attack?
Yes. I'll never forget this phone call. She keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time.
She was attacked by a cougar.
Listen to this story. We got to re-air it.
So I was riding my horse bareback, and she's a really good horse, so she started acting super weird, and I was like, okay, what the heck is happening? Behave. And she was acting super crazy. And then all of a sudden, I felt like this insane, sharp pain in my legs, and she just took off running. And I was like, okay, what's happening right now? And I looked behind us, and there was a cougar latched onto the back of my freaking horse.
What?
Yes.
Like you felt a pain in your leg?
Yeah, so the cougar's claws were like dug into my leg on one side and the side of my horse on the other side.
Okay, continue.
So she started running pretty much as fast as she could, and I just started hanging on for dear life because I was like, this is it. Like, this is how I go.
Yeah, if you fell off, that's it.
No,
You're
I
done.
stayed on.
Well, I know you stayed on because we're talking to you right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. So eventually it obviously let go?
Well, she ran through these, like, really, really thick trees, and so I ended up getting, like, the shit beaten out of me, but the cougar ended up falling off.
That is the coolest, craziest, scariest story ever.
Yeah, so if you don't know what peeing yourself from fear feels like, I definitely do.
That's
Scary.
a wild ride, hey? I'll never forget that call.
No,
Like,
we had goosebumps.
I've been on the radio now for 22 years, and I think that might be my favorite story.
Are you ready for a really good text that just rolled in from Geraldine?
Yep.
I traveled to Bali back in 2013. We went to this temple that is called Monkey Forest because monkeys just decided to call this place home. And at the entry, you can buy bananas.
I thought you were going to say because the monkeys just decided to call it that.
Yeah. Oh.
I was like, oh, did they?
You can buy bananas when you walk in, but Geraldine decided, better not. We're walking around looking at the temple. I lean over this ledge to look in a well, and this big papa monkey galloped over, jumped on my back, started pulling at my purse, which had my passport and all my money. So I pulled the bag back. He didn't like that. He bit my shoulder, jumped off, ran away. Turns out the hand fan that I had in my purse kind of looked like a banana stem. The irony of all this is that my Chinese zodiac is a monkey. And no, I didn't start growing a tail. That's probably the number one question people ask after you get bit by an animal.
A monkey?
Because we have a friend that got bit by an ostrich, and I am convinced he turns into an ostrich at midnight every night.
Yeah, he got a really weird ring of like almost pimples.
Yeah, on his
after.
cheek, like a perfect circle of zits. And I went, okay.
And then a year later, COVID.
Oh, that's where it all began.
5 simple words, $1,000. It's Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay. Brought to you by Out of Bounds Restaurant.
We are joined by Texter 107, Terry. Are you ready to win $1,000 like Kristen did yesterday?
I would love to, yes.
All right. Well, best of luck. Who do you want as your teammate for Ryder and Lisa's 1K wordplay?
I think I'll pick you since you're on a roll.
Oh, I love this. Goodbye.
Get out of here, Evans. Waiting for her to leave the room. She's walking really slowly. She's gone now. All right, I'm going to start that timer after I give you the first word, okay?
Okay.
And the first word is button.
Pants.
Side.
Can I pass?
Delivery.
Driver.
Band.
Music.
Tall.
Short.
Side.
Side. Swipe.
Do you want to spell that for me?
Swipe. SWIPE. Side swipe.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bad.
Here we go, Lisa. Get back in here. She did great.
Okay. Remember when we gave away a grand yesterday? Let's do it again.
Yep. What is the first word that comes to mind when I say tall?
Short. $25. Let's get to 50.
Delivery.
Food.
Oh.
No! Is it package?
Driver.
Oh. Okay.
Band.
Music.
Yes.
Yes! $50.
Button.
Shirt.
No. She
No!
went with pants.
No!
And for $75.
Please, come on, let's do this.
Side.
Dish.
I was going to say hustle.
Both good answers.
What is it?
She went with swipe, side swipe.
Oh, that's good too. That's a tough word,
That
Ryder.
was a tough word.
Yeah. Hashtag blame Ryder always.
My words gave away $1,000 yesterday.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
Okay, so what did we win today, Terry?
50.
Nice work. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great day.
Next chance to play tomorrow morning at 7:50. Time for Unsung Heroes, giving shout-outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention and notoriety they deserve.
Shout out to that one.
Let me be your hero.
Oh, sorry.
I like to do that every time.
I don't know how I haven't learned. It's been 12 years.
My God.
Get it together. Shout out to that one vehicle that won't let you in after you obeyed the zipper merge rule and then you eventually weasel your way in front of them. Working for this made me grow as a human. It feels so good to be in this lane now. Thank you for the life lesson. Ugh.
Shout out to the 10-year anniversary of the Calgary Stampede threesome in the back alley.
Oh, wow.
I still don't know how that was possible with all those big belt buckles.
Ouch. Shout out to women who stopped throwing their boyfriend's stuff out the window and onto the front lawn. The art has been lost, but alas, they're just slowly dumping their man now by selling all of their stuff on Facebook Marketplace until it's all gone.
Unnoticed, too.
Yeah,
eh?
we've grown. We've grown.
Shout out to caterpillars. Man, if puberty was confusing for adults, I can't imagine metamorphosis.
Yeah, and they're crawling so slowly, then all of a sudden they can just speed away in the air.
Their parents must be like, look at them.
Look at them go. Shout out to people who pack their book for vacation and don't open it once. The true work you put in was carrying that extra weight in your luggage. And for that, I am proud of you.
Shout out to being anxious about your kid asking to use your phone. Not because you're doing anything sketchy, just because the last thing you searched was how to spell restaurant again.
They're like, oh, I didn't realize my dad was a moron. Shout out to birds that don't fly away when you're about to run them over on the highway because they're too occupied eating a carcass. I respect the hustle. I'd be doing the same. If a gourmet meal was out there for free, she died doing what she loved, eating buffalo chicken dip on the side of the road. That's not gourmet, but I couldn't think of anything.
And that's another episode of Unsung Heroes.
So I wanted to talk about something that I noticed when I was in the waiting room to get blood work yesterday. It is so entertaining to be in the waiting room when you know that there are different types of personalities going in to deal with a needle.
Oh.
So there are people that don't care at all. They're scrolling their phone. They're relaxed back in their seat, waiting for their appointment. And then there are other people shaking their leg on the edge of their seat. They're sweating. They're going through it, knowing that in a matter of minutes, they have to deal with a needle. And I've felt both feelings.
Depending on the day for you?
I think so, because at first I went in and I was trying to mind over matter it. I was like, you do this all the time, Lisa. You can handle it. It's 1 second of pain. Barely even, depending on how good the person is that's like injecting you, right? Because sometimes you don't feel anything.
Oh, they were injecting you? I thought they were taking your blood.
Taking blood, sorry.
Oh.
Just didn't know the proper word there. Did you hear me panic?
Dejecting, I believe it's called.
Sure.
They were dejecting your blood.
And it's just entertaining to see people, because I was calm at first, and then I could see my name getting closer and closer on the standby list, and then I started to freak out. I was that person.
It is interesting. The other place that I feel has similar vibes is the dentist.
Yep.
Some people are just like ready to go. Yeah, it's going to be kind of painful, but who cares?
Sensitive teeth, and even with the freezing gel, I hate the cleaning process. It hurts.
Do you remember as a kid how much the dentist sucked, other than the little toy you'd get at the end?
And you were there, it felt like forever. Feels like you're there for 3 hours. It's terrible.
Yeah, you probably were, though. Whoo-wee. That's what the dentist would have said. There must be a rotten tooth in here. This chick's got bad breath.
No, that has never been said. Maybe after like one of those sausage hot dogs, the vendors outside the bar, like maybe someone said, oh, that Lisa girl's got bad breath. Yeah, sue me. I was starving. I've never thought about this perspective, but we got to get into it. Have you ever thought about what it would be like to work in a weed store or a store that sells cannabis, edibles, etc., and the kind of conversations they have on a daily basis at work? Are you ready for this?
What is it?
It's a tweet.
Okay.
At a weed store, you can say, I want something to help me sleep that won't make me wonder if my back door is unlocked. And they will take you so seriously, think hard about it, and then say something like, have you ever tried Ooga Booga Skywalker cake?
That's a wrap on this episode of the Ryder and Lisa podcast.
Thanks for being a part of the Ryder and Lisa community. If you liked hanging out with us, don't forget to subscribe and share the laughs with your friends.
Powered by Always Plumbing and Heating.